So how it happened was I had just sharpened my pencil, and I was tapping the pencil on the chairs on the way back to my desk, and then it caught, like, the eraser caught the thing, and it turned the pencil, the super sharp brand new pencil, into my hand, and it was Mr. Pocop's algebra class. And
the old Pocop algebra.
I think it was Pocop. Yep. Anyways, I screamed at the top of my lungs, and I cussed, and he was like, "Alex," and I'm like, and I go, "Dude," and I went, and there's a pencil, like, through my hand, hanging there, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, go to the nurse's office right now!" So that I ran down to the nurse's office, and I walked in, and I showed her, and she was like, "Well, pull it out." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Pull it out." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I like pulled it out, and then they patched me up, and then I went back to class. And it wasn't even that big of a deal. Oh. And then when it healed, I had this black spot that from the graphite, like the graphite didn't break off, but it, like, marked the inside of my hand. And so when it healed up, for a really long time, I had a black spot right in the middle of my hand. And I noticed a couple years ago that it finally went away. It was no longer there. But it had been there for a really long time, like years. Like,
what is it, like every 7 years your body completely rejuvenates all the cells? Like, it takes 7 years to do that?
Yeah.
That's why you look different, like when you, like, how you age and everything.
Right.
And, like, I don't know. I don't know where we're going with that, but maybe it took like 14 years to get it out because it was that deep.
Yeah. That's so weird because it's not there anymore. I remember seeing it not that long ago. Huh. But when I say not that long ago, everything blurs together at my age now, and it's probably like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well. You said you impaled yourself once?
Yeah. Yeah. I was working at Hobbytown, and I had it was like an 18th scale pan car, so an 18th scale, 12 scale.
Right.
Working on it at the front counter, and it was fun. Like, I could have gotten in trouble for working on my own car, like, on the clock. It was like the middle of the day during the summer when I was working there or something, and, like, when the owners got back, like, it startled me. And I was tightening the hub, like, on the axle of the rear pod, and it was a 1.5, I believe, or maybe an 050. It was a tiny screwdriver, and I was, like, holding the pod like this, and I saw him coming. I was like, and it just, like, went, like, right into my hand. It was, like, sticking up, like, through it didn't go through, like, break the other side, but you could see it sticking up. I was like, like, I had to grab it. I grabbed it one time, and it slipped out of my hand because, like, the muscles and everything, like, tighten up around it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ah! I was like, ooh, man, it's a good thing I got hurt or I got into trouble.
I think, I can't remember if it was Doug Gott or Jeff Werner that stabbed themselves in the hand with a screwdriver at the on-road carpet regionals in, like, 2001 or 2. It was at Lincoln East Park.
Mm-hmm.
We held.
Oh, really?
It was when I was running the races there. And we held regionals there, and it was a stock regionals because the track was too small to run anything but stock.
Mm-hmm.
And they had come up, and then I remember, like, I can't remember who it was. I'll have to ask Jeff next time I see him. But it was either Doug or Jeff, and that one of them just ran a screwdriver right through their hand while they were working on something and had to miss the race.
Nah.
Yep. I super glued my eye shot once. Because I was leaning over. This was before we had the caps with the little stabby things in them, and I was taking a screwdriver, and I was leaning over, and I was poking the glue to open it up, and when I poked it, it went right into my eye, and
right in the kisser.
And then I like blinked, and all of a sudden I had like a stuck eye from the glue,
mm-hmm.
and Chris Catlett was like, "Let me see it," and he just, like, took my eyelids and basically just pulled it apart.
Yeah.
That hurt. And then I had like this weird eye for the rest of the time. I think it was a regional race. I think it was like 2002 or 3 in Chile.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Take it in the face.
Speaking of regionals, did you sign up yet?
I don't know. I might have. I have to look. I'll sign up.
I have. I've not done any real advertising for that race, and I think we're at like 70 something now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I made a flyer last week on Google Documents, and then it won't let me save as anything else other than a PDF or like a Windows document. And I thought that I could put it in this program that I have that's like an open source thing and turn it into a JPEG so I could post it on Facebook, but it won't let me do it. Yeah, and Facebook doesn't really let you do PDFs, so I'm kind of bummed out. I'm gonna try again. I'm just gonna try to make one this week and pump it up a little bit. But anyways, it's October 1st and 2nd. I talked about it on the Thursday show a little bit after we finally got the video working right. And there was a lot of questions on it, like how much does a Roar membership cost, and you know, what do they got to do? You know, a lot of our local kids who've never done anything like that have been really, really worried about their stuff not being legal. Oh, and I'm like, you'll be fine. Like Cole Webb is worried about his speed controller not being legal, and I'm like, you know, you're running an independent stock buggy, dude. I think you're fine. Yeah. So, yeah, I tried to take Jason Haley just posted on here that we should take a screenshot, and I tried to take a screenshot, and it wouldn't take a screenshot of it. So I don't know how to fix that. There's stuff out there that I can download that'll convert a PDF into a JPEG, but I'll figure it out either way. But anyways, get signed up. We're having Plex Spec, so you know, I kind of want that to be 15 and under, even though it doesn't officially say it. But this is kind of a way for us to have a race before maybe next year's race. Yeah. So I'll just tell everybody that I did put a bid in to Roar for the Roar Nationals for next year for 10 scale. Yeah. And, that'd be cool. I got that done, and I did ask for 15 and under class again. 15 and under stock buggy. So if we get the race, hopefully they'll let us have that class again, because it was kind of cool just to see. I mean, that was pretty much filled with all of our local kids. And, you know.
I'm surprised you didn't ask for Mini Truggy.
I did.
As an exhibition class.
I did.
Did they deny it?
I don't know. They haven't. They're taking. They're accepting bid. Well, they haven't officially announced that they're accepting bids, but usually August is when you want to get your bid in. Yeah. So I did do that too, and yeah. I also
That'd be cool if they had.
I also put that they need the next short course. Yeah. I mean, come on. Like, if you look at the entry count for this week's nationals coming up, there's like, I think there's 4 stock short course signed up, and at the time there was only 2 mod short course. Like, why even have the class at that point?
Right. No, I get that. I mean, that would probably be like, if we don't have short course at the Nats in 2022, that would be kind of like the I don't think you'd see short course getting raced hardly anywhere.
That'd be
like that would be the deciding factor to quit running it. I think that short course should still exist, but it should just be stock slash.
It should just be regional level anyways.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, there's pockets of it everywhere. It's like us. We used to be really big and now we're not, and there's pockets of it here and there. You know, that's why we still have it at regionals. I still have a 13.5 short course class for regionals, you know? Yeah.
I think the problem is that the trucks just kept getting faster and faster. So, and they're not designed. I mean, so it's like F1, right? Like an F1 car doesn't look or handle very good on the track because it's not to scale. It's not designed to go that fast. Like that's kind of like the same thing with short course. Like it's not designed to handle well going that fast. Yeah. It's so long and narrow, and the body's kind of too big and catches air. But it's like it really just should have been kept as like a stock slash. Everybody runs the same thing, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, I like short course. I think that it should. I think that it's. I think it maybe got taken a little bit too seriously in its heyday.
Stock slash is pretty fun. I'm glad I got a slash again. That's a fun thing to race. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to work on it. Just go out there and drive it. It's perfect for me. It's perfect for me.
Yeah.
I was on the electric off-road committee back in the day when the executive committee was looking at short course. And I remember there was a lot of different voices in the discussion, and one of the things that I brought up is, hey, you know, let's make it so that let's make ball diffs illegal.
In what, short course?
Yeah. You know, and that didn't go over very well. But my thought was, if you don't make ball diffs illegal, then you really can't go that fast.
Right.
You know? But what do I know?
I think that it should have been kept more scale looking too. I think that would have gone a long way with it lasting longer. Yeah. Because you'd have the guys that want to race it because it is scale, you know?
Yeah. There was also some pushback. There was some pushback from like the Pro 4 class. They wanted wings. Big giant wings on the Pro 4 trucks so they'd handle better.
Yeah, didn't the Jammin' truck have that?
Yeah, a couple of ours did.
Yeah, the Jammin' truck came with the wing. The Jammin', or maybe it was the Hobao, I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, there was a short course truck that was a production truck, and I thought it was the Jammin'. Maybe Offna, I can't remember.
Dude, I had a Hobao.
It was one of those three.
I had a Hobao Pro 10. Hyper Pro 10.
Yeah.
I had one of those.
Yeah. There was one of them that came in the box with a wing.
That thing was,
if I remember right.
At the time, that thing was sick. That owned the Pro 4 class until the 10T showed up.
Yeah.
As soon as the 10T showed up, bye-bye. No more Hobeos or Jammins. They were all switched out really quick.
Yeah.
But that was a very interesting truck when it first came out. And I had to have one at the time.
Yeah.
So, and I was sponsored by Losi, and they didn't so I had to run the 10T too because Losi had a Pro 4 truck all of a sudden. So,
yeah.
But it was pretty cool at the time. I had this big ugly body on it. I actually think it was the original J Concepts, their very first short course body.
Yeah.
And it had that really sharp angled like window or whatever. And I painted it like a Nissan, of course. Yeah,
I remember that. I always ran the Quicker State body.
Yeah, the Roger Mears truck.
Huh?
The Roger Mears truck for me.
Yeah. But hey, guess what?
Chicken butt.
This show's brought to you by Pivot Lending.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mention our show to Don Zoller or Aiden Olson's dad, and you can get $500 lender credit or 0.125 off your interest rate. You guys are listening to the Hobbyplex show. We've been gabbing about stuff because, I don't know, Will and I haven't really talked for like 2 weeks. We took last week off because I had to take my son to freshman orientation last Monday.
Yeah, he's a fresh man now.
He's a fresh man. He was so embarrassed to have me there.
As he should be.
It was really.
I'm just kidding.
It was so funny. It was so funny because I'm not overly involved. I'm definitely not a helicopter parent or anything like that. But I'm definitely more involved than my parents were, right? And so, and part of that's just because Gretchen and I, we're still married. Like my parents split up, and when I was like 10 or 11 or something like that. So, but But it's like he knows at any moment that I could do something that would embarrass him on purpose in a room full of his peers.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, what about that one? Look at that one. Hey, look over there.
Is that your girlfriend?
I was like, you got any prospects?
Are you gonna talk to her?
Yeah. Oh man,
I'd be doing that.
Dude, that was bad. I made him pick two. No, not two, but I said the first half hour we were there, you're supposed to go around and look at all the like clubs you could enter and sports and all this other stuff. And he just wanted to go disappear and find his classes and then go home. And I'm like, I'm like, dude, pick one. We're not leaving here until you pick one. Pick a club, and I'll take you to it. Just pick one for this. Just give me one, And so I made him march in there, and then we found an outdoor club, which does like fishing and stuff. And then, oh gosh, what's the other one? There's a club where they learn like trade skills. Skills USA.
Really?
Skills USA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Mitchell did that. Mitchell Pavel.
I did skills when I was in college.
Yeah. So he's got those two. I gotta take him to school early on Wednesday and Thursday to go to those clubs first days or whatever, first meetup.
I was hoping he was going to do like a really nerdy club.
Yeah, he's not. That's not him.
Yeah. There's this SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob and Patrick have this like secret club with this magic conch that has like a pull string on it and it tells them what to do, and that's how they live their lives. So they're up in this like little treehouse fort that they built for their club, and they keep yelling at Squidward that he wouldn't fit in the club.
Yeah,
and so he climbs up there and gets in, and there's no room up there, and like they'd been stuck up there for like 3 days, and while they're there, they're like, "Well, you can be our new member," and they're like, "Welcome to our club, welcome to our club, welcome Squidward, welcome Squidward, welcome Squidward, welcome." That's what I imagine the club Emerson getting into, and then just like leaving, like something crazy like that. But anyway, hey, if Rich, if you can find that clip, that'd be sweet for the edited version.
Never. Okay, yeah, I will.
All right.
Okay, it's pretty sweet. That's probably one of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob. There's that one, and the one where, so there's that one, the one that when they're swearing, and then my other like favorite episode is the one with Kevin the sea cucumber. He's like this like expert jellyfisher, because that's like SpongeBob's RC is jellyfishing, and he gets like really nervous and he meets like Kevin the sea cucumber, and that's like me like around pro drivers.
That's great.
Anyway, yeah.
What was I going to say about Emerson's a mullet wearing, motorcycle riding, like, I don't know, like that's his thing now all of a sudden. He's not. I wanted to get him into robotics and stuff, and he would never go for that.
Oh, I thought he'd be into that.
I wanted to too.
They even teach small engines anymore.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I know. In Omaha public schools when I was in there, and this was 20. What am I in now? 27 years ago. That you could if you went to not tech, but oh my gosh, career center. That auto mechanic was one of the things you could do back then.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they still do that or not, but I didn't see that at the Bennington one, so that's where he goes. Anyways, it's an interesting experience. So far, he's been on time every day, which is good. And even though I've been trying to get him to go to sleep earlier, he wants to stay up. I caught him on Netflix a few times, and
yeah,
for whatever reason, Gretchen lets him have his Xbox 360 in his room. And I mean, it's just an argument if I bring it up that like, hey, we probably shouldn't let him do that, but it's fine. We should probably talk about some RC stuff.
Yeah, RC's good.
Oh,
See, at
man.
least what I had to say, like I could tie it into RC a little bit.
Yeah. No doubt. What do we got going on? We got our round 5 of the Team Associated Summer Series is coming up.
Yeah.
That's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And the finals will be a couple weeks after that. And boy, our schedule really sucks in September. Or not. I mean, it kind of depends on how you look at it, I guess, because we've got a Summer Series race this weekend, a club race the following weekend. I think that's September 5th or something like that. No racing, off-road racing, the 11th and 12th, because we're holding another TCS regional. So it's an onward weekend. Then it's Summer Series finals. Then we're off again because we're holding we're going to have this big discount sale that's going to take up all the pit space downstairs.
Oh, really?
On the 24th and 25th of September. So there'll be no racing that weekend. Then the following weekend is regionals. That's September 2nd or October 2nd. Sorry. And then October 9th is our enduro, and they start oval racing on the 10th on that Sunday.
Yeah.
So that means that big track change coming right after regionals that Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm scheduled Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to work on the track, to put the oval in and to get the track ready for 8 scale.
That'd be cool.
Means I get to race e-buggy again on Friday nights.
Yeah.
If we can get some tires.
Yeah, I got mine. I can come up.
Do you have tires?
What?
Do you have any tires?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. I think I have some gold dirt webs somewhere.
Yeah, you should probably use those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Ignite RC their point series September 5th. Jason's not gonna go anymore, but Wade and I are gonna go.
Aren't you gonna go to that weekend race? The weekend that we're not racing? I thought you were going to that.
What's that race?
The 11th and 12th, the Jam or whatever it is.
Oh, are they going to have gas truck?
I think so. The Riot. They're calling it the Riot.
Maybe that'll be
off-road Riot. It's at Fastlane, the 11th and 12th.
Well, if there's no racing, I might go.
I was going to go, but man, I've had too many weekends off already, and I got to get us ready for the Summer Series finals. So kind of.
Yeah. I mean, if I go, I'm just going to race gas truck. So, I mean, I could probably just show up on Saturday morning, you know?
Yeah.
You're just going to race e-buggy. So, I mean, we can just go down Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's Saturday and Sunday, though.
Oh.
It's like a weekend deal.
We can find somebody with a lean-to we can sleep underneath.
No, I can't take it off. I'm
all right.
I've had too many weekends off, so my pivot lending refinance money has slowly been siphoned away because I've taken so many weekends off. Gretchen's, there's a certain threshold we have to meet each paycheck, and if it doesn't get met, then the leftovers go to me in my bank account, and it's
yeah. So
it's been a fun summer. It's been worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time with my family and my kid and stuff, so that's been good.
Yeah.
You know. Did you watch the Wicked Weekend at all?
No.
Any of that stuff?
No. I've been working.
Yeah, I've been working as well. I kept an eye on it just basically through Facebook. I tried to watch some of the mains, but they were already done on Sunday when I brought it up on their YouTube feed. But if you look at the results, Cole Ogden was up there again. He won Nitro Buggy, and I think he got second in E-Buggy. And then Tyler Jones did really well. Seth, Van Dalen. Seth Van Dalen did really good. I think Wiggins made a podium, I think in E-Buggy. Tebow, I think he won E-Buggy, and he was on the podium up there for the rest of them. Or maybe it was Truggy. He might have won Truggy. Anyways, but it's so once again, you see Tyler and you see Seth up there. Jackson, I think Jackson Brunson was on the podium for one of those classes. Might have been e-buggy.
That's good.
Actually, I think it was nitro buggy.
It was like Spencer and
Spencer
Mayfield
Eckert. And Spencer Eckert I saw him on the podium for one of them. But Rivkin and Mayfield didn't go to this. Ryan Lutz did. Ryan Lutz, I think, got second in e-buggy.
That's good.
But let's say 5 years ago, it would have, if from all the people that were there, it would have definitely been Jared, Ryan, and Cole. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's not. Now it's more than that. If Tyler Jones is there, you got to look out for him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If Seth's there, definitely got to look out for him. Jared Wiggins is there. He's making an impact. Guys like that are really showing themselves on a consistent basis now at these big nitro events. Not just not just one or two, but all of them that they go to. And I think I don't think it's no longer a fluke. I think that's going to be the norm from now on.
Yeah.
Especially when Mayfield's not there.
Yeah. I can see that.
Because obviously, even if Ryan had a bad time in qualifying, that really doesn't mean much. It seems like.
No, I don't think it never matters.
Yeah.
He's won like every single race and never TQ'd one of them. I don't think he did he?
I don't know.
He's won them all from like second and third or fourth on the grid.
Yeah.
He won the Nitro Challenge from sixth, didn't he? Silver State.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And Nationals. Wasn't he like seventh?
No, he was second
was he?
At the Roar Nats. Okay. Yeah. In buggy.
Yeah.
I believe so. You got to say I believe so
yeah,
it gives you an out.
Yeah, that's true.
In case you're wrong.
There's so many races now, though. It's to keep track of it all is kind of tough too.
Yeah.
I try to pocket that stuff. I can remember results from all the way back in the 90s. For the most part, if you bring up a certain race and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. That didn't Kinwald won all three in that one, right?" It's like that. Mm-hmm. But back then we only had Mod Nats and Cactus, and that might have been it.
Yeah, those are kind of the big ones,
or winter champs. And now it's like there's two.
Bob's Basement RC Summer Shootout presented by Wingnuts, Lugnuts. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's two big races a month. It seems like maybe more.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all I really wanted to talk about the Wicked Weekend for that. I know we don't really cover a lot of national news type stuff like other podcasts do, but I do keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
This weekend's going to be fun. Speaking of national news, the Roar Nats are this weekend, and all I really care about, really, honestly, is the mod classes.
That's all I ever care about.
I know that the stock classes are important to the people that are in those stock classes. Like when Caden Fuller won the Nats. I was so happy, for him. But it's like back in the day when Car Action would post results and you'd have a race and all they would post is the mod classes, with all the name and the equipment and stuff. I used to get so pissed because I'd make an A main. Like I made the A main in stock truck at the Cactus and I broke out and I didn't even get my name in that thing. Like I was so looking forward to seeing they
stopped at like 9th.
Yeah, the top 10 stock truck. They didn't even list stock truck from that one. They only did the mod classes.
Yeah.
And then I think the following year I made the A main in stock buggy at the Florida Winter Champs. And I think I finished 7th and they only listed the top 5 or something like that.
They go to 6th.
I was like, damn it. This is before
This is before
6.5. Yeah.
Or they skip you. Like they just leave it open. Like they just go straight from 5th to 7th.
Yeah. And then after that you have Surf City. So I don't know. There's going to be a fun month for races. You know what I was really worried about the Nats though? I was worried they were going to have them.
Yeah, I was too.
I mean,
it was definitely talked about.
They're in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not Nebraska. It's Maryland. So if people are wigging out down here because of the Delta variant, then you got think about Maryland.
Oh yeah. But no, I mean it's been on my mind.
They're going for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I haven't seen any posts or nothing about any sort of restrictions or anything like that. And the
thing that would be the worst is they all get out there and they shut her down like Saturday or Friday.
That'd be awful.
Yeah,
that's what we were really worried about last year. Here was some coronavirus Karen looking down those mirrors and freaking out and calling the Douglas County Health Department, even though we were outside of city limits. So the Omaha restrictions really didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but anyways,
that would be the worst way that it could get canceled is if everybody gets out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it will though. I think they'll be fine.
I don't think it at this point. I don't think it would either. But you never know. I mean,
you don't.
We said that the last time.
Yeah. It is Maryland, and it's like basically Washington D.C. So you never know what sort of control measures they'll put in place all of a sudden, and I hope not. Yeah. That would really suck.
Oh yeah.
God, no, think of how much money it costs to go to these things and to have that happen. I'd be done.
Yeah, it's like $2,000. Fly out there, get all your stuff.
I would be done. Mm-hmm. Well, so I just wanted to bring it up about the Wicked Weekend and the kind of I don't want to like be cliche and call it a new guard. I think there's just like a new normal when it comes to those events.
I think that there's just more people getting faster. I think that the guys that have been on top are still on top, but there's just more people up there that can race with them. And I think you're just going to see a mixed bag of more people finishing on top. Like it's not going to. I don't think you're. Well, I was going to say I don't think you'd see somebody that dominant, but it's like Mayfield's been winning everything,
right?
So it's like, he still has it. Like he's not going anywhere for a while.
Kids like Tyler and Seth and Jared and Spencer Eckert, have been gaining the experience and putting in the work on a high level for a long time, really. For as young as they are, if you look back to when Tyler used to come to the J Concepts races, I mean that was 2012 and 13.
Yeah,
and
on the tour side of things, or like on the circuit, like they're still relatively new. Yeah, it's only like how long has Seth been like traveling, with Tech now? Yeah, like 4 years.
Yeah, to all races, it's been I think even shorter.
Yeah. So it's like they're pros, but they haven't been pros for as long as the pros. Right. If you think about it that way. Yeah. So it's like they're still new. It's like how much faster can they get in the next 5 years?
Yeah. Do you think that the whole situation the last 2 years with the IFMAR races being canceled now for 2 years straight and everything is kind of like a could be almost like a when we get back to it eventually, whenever that happens, kind of like an RC version of a Great Reset.
Maybe.
Where there's going to be all these different names now involved in the who's who when it goes back to the world level of competition. Mm-hmm. Maybe it won't just be, Rana Falk or Davide. Yeah, there you go. That's the kid I was looking at. Ungaro or Tessman, and it'll be a bigger pot on the world level.
Well, the guys overseas haven't been able to race as much, right? Is that still a thing?
I think so. I think they've been able to practice, but they haven't been able to race until just recently.
Yeah. So they kind of lost 2 years. I mean, year and a half.
Yeah.
Because you can go drive all you want, but still, like the advancements happen in a race setting.
Right.
You have to race. Like I like practicing. Wheel time is nice, but I don't really get that. I don't get as much out of it as actually just going to club races over and over and over again. That's like my practice.
Yeah.
Try something, or because that's when the track's the best.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you tune for a track that doesn't have as much grip? So it's like you're just kind of getting wheel time, and you set an alarm on your phone for 5 minutes and try to do your best 5-minute run. But
yeah, I didn't even want to race this weekend, but I did just because I wanted to drive something. I had to drive something just to make sure I didn't drop off any.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear that. We're fortunate to be able to club race mod every week if we want to.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when everybody club races stock. It's like, why doesn't everybody just club race mod and then drop down to stock for a big race?
Yeah.
It's like it'd be cheaper, like without having to have a crazy good motor and all the stuff and less maintenance, just to have a club race mod car.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think if there's anything else. Was there anything new that came out? Can't think of anything. It's been a kind of a dull month of August, to be honest with you. You got your
anything came out. I think you can still pre-order a gas truck.
Yeah,
I'll put that in the what's new.
Yeah, get your Ignite Designs gas truck, because we did make it part of the Techno series. Yeah.
So if you don't order one now, you might not have one for the Winter series. So you gotta get one.
Yeah.
You're required to get one. Like, it's not really an option.
Let's take our pivot break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about this weekend's Saturday racing, and then we'll get to the questions. So if you put up a question on here, unless you give us money and do the super chat, you got to wait till the end. We'll get it at the end.
Give us $5.
Yeah, if you want it answered right now, like if you're going to leave and you want to answer it now, put it in super chat, and then we'll get to it. But otherwise, you got to wait till the end.
Yep.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Yeah!
This is a Pivot Lending Update with David Olson and Don Zoller. Get some.
This is David Olson with Pivot Lending Group. Today is May 10th, 2021, and I'm here to give you guys an update on Pivot Lending. Last time we were on the show, we had just opened up our new headquarters that were located at 470 in Kipling in the Littleton, Colorado. Super excited about that. But we have also opened up an office outside of Las Vegas. So we have a new retail office there. And just 2 weeks ago, opened up an office in Salt Lake City. The office manager in Salt Lake City is Taylor Bills. So we're excited. Taylor's from the area. He's got an interesting past. He played professional baseball. He was a pitcher. He also, I think it was the very first reality show on ABC, like America's Most Beautiful Person. He won it. And so he's really, really great guy. So we are on the cusp of entering into some really exciting markets in the New England area. So stay tuned and look forward to bringing the updates to you guys here probably towards the end of summer.
David Olson, NMLS 16099. Don Zoller, NMLS 277589. Pivot Lending, NMLS 109995.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Did you see when I was coming back from riding my bike today that I got in a traffic jam in Blair because a pile of dead pigs were dropped on the road?
Yeah, that's where I'd leave them.
God, that's so awesome.
Whenever I hear David say New England, like I always think like in Ace Ventura, where like the password to get into that one dude's like cyber lab or whatever is New England clam chowder.
Oh, New England
is that the
clam
red or the white
chowder?
Yeah. I can never remember that. White, and then the door opens. He's like, yes.
Oh man, you know that movie? My dad, okay, does not. he's got a sense of humor, but it's kind of when it comes to movies, like growing up, there wasn't very many movies that made him laugh like out loud. Ace Ventura was one of those very rare movies that he actually like laughed at like the whole time. And I couldn't believe that he actually liked that movie. He loved that movie.
Yeah.
And then we saw Ace Ventura 2. Did not like that movie.
He didn't like it?
Didn't like 2 at all.
Dude, they had such a way bigger budget for that movie.
I know.
Like, they're driving the monster truck and they have like helicopters and stuff. Like the old one looked like it could have been filmed in an apartment complex.
I think that's what made the first one good. It had Tone Loc in it too.
Yeah.
And Finkel and Einhorn. So funny.
Yeah. What was the song like when he realized that Finkel is Einhorn and Einhorn is Finkel?
Oh God!
When he's in the shower.
It's a theme from. There's a movie that's it's a movie where the guy's dating this dude and he doesn't know he's a dude, and then he finally figures out that he's a dude because that happened.
Oh really?
Oh
we
my
should
gosh!
Let's not talk about this subject anymore before we get canceled. Like,
what is the name of that movie? The Crying Game.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Because that movie is like a cancel culture movie, isn't it? Like Ace Ventura is now.
It is now because Einhorn has got a.
No, we can't talk about it. Like, we'll get canceled instantly. We cannot.
Oh, I
don't want to get canceled. You?
I don't want to, but I'm just going to point out that I believe that the main character from The Crying Game was also the head alien in Stargate. I think that's the same person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I'm right there. Mm-hmm. Anyways, let's talk about Saturday really quick, and then we'll get into our
why don't
questions.
we just change the subject?
Man, you're sensitive.
I'm not sensitive. I don't want to get canceled. You want to get canceled? I don't.
I mean, we have like 20 people online right now.
Yeah.
It'd get a strike from YouTube. That'd be funny.
Yeah, we get flagged. I know my rights. I pay my taxes.
Yeah, I know my rights. They're a private business, but I know my rights. View results. Where are my results? I saw my phone's dead, so I got to use my computer for results. Okay, so we had a very light day on Saturday, but once again, we had a solid mod buggy class and a solid stock buggy class, and we had forward. I mean, we had all the regular stuff that we drive, you know. Plex Spec was fun because Eli Vanderbeek did a 10-lap run with 93% consistency in the A main.
That's pretty awesome.
Dude,
it is pretty awesome.
So he started out Go ahead.
That kid's gonna be crazy fast. I think
he started out the year as not being able to make the A main at the Plex Spec at the Summer Series, and then I think last round for sure, I think he qualified 8th. Like he's bumped in twice, but he qualified 8th, and then if he does this, dude, he's gonna be in the A main the next 2 rounds, easily.
Oh yeah.
And then Jackson Amato was another new kid he's raced a few times. I think his mom brought him, and he improved. I think he did 7 laps, and then he finished off with 8 laps. So that's what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had our 4-wheel drives, and Corey Tannehill took the win in the 13.5 class. We combined them just to save us a heat and get us some marshals. And then it was Ronnie went second, and Andrew Thomas getting third. Andrew looked pretty good. He was up there battling for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lexi Bolin was running a wheeler today instead of Plex Spec. And then in mod, Alex was running his car. 1601, 96% consistency. That's not too bad. And that's dodging and dipping and diving because there's a lot of different skill levels and speeds out there too. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it was Mitchell second and Bradley Peterson third in the mod class. And then in 2-wheel buggy, you had Vanderbeek, again, 96% consistency, 0.55, 16:21. You guys got close to the 22 second. He actually got a 22.9 for fast lap. The rest of you got close. So Alex Vanderbeek taking the win. You got second. Dustin Hosick finished third, 0.2 of a second in front of Mac.
What? On Saturday? I thought Mac got second.
Or is this a qualifier? No, this is...
That's a qualifier.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mac got second.
Oh, see, I'm looking...
As much as it pains me to tell you.
Hold on. I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry.
I didn't finish that well.
No, I clicked on the wrong thing. See, I screwed it up already. See, because I'm used to using my phone. That's the thing.
Yeah. It's the equipment.
So anyways, so Vanderbeek won. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a Vanderbeek 1 and 2. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Alex Vanderbeek won. Mac Vanderbeek got second from the 4th spot. He actually is that a word? Out-consistency'd everybody.
Yeah.
To get that
Dude,
second
his
spot.
car was good. As the grip came up, my car just kept getting worse. It just had too much traction.
Right.
So I made some changes after the races. If you ever want to get faster, all you guys that are like looking for a way to get faster and don't know what to do, you gotta stay after the races and work on your stuff after the races. That's the only way to do it. Track's there. I mean, that's the best time to try stuff. Like the guys that are beating you are still there.
Yeah.
That's the time to try. Finish out your battery pack, pick a change, and try that. Because I went out, I guarantee my car was way faster after I made some changes to it. Because it's like I kept driving my car harder and harder to try to stay in front of Mac, and I started making mistakes because I saw him coming.
Yeah.
Like he was reeling me in, and I just made too many mistakes, and I had to get my car better. So I stayed.
You did get third though. Dustin Hosick got 4th. Bradley Peterson 5th. Mitchell Pavel was 6th. And Bradley actually had 93% consistency as well. Just it wasn't not Bradley's. This is his first full year running mod, I think. So
I believe so. He made the main at the last round. He's been doing better.
Yeah. Okay, stock buggy. This one's crazy. So, Cole Webb, dude, like he's gotten quick. He's gotten quick in a hurry. They went from last year around this time running Plex spec with Rustlers to getting a good off-road car. I sold him my B62 back in the spring, and they raced that whole, the spring racing that we did, the J Concepts race, all that stuff. And then the last 2 independent mains in the Summer Series, he's killed everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what he did here. It was just 14 flat. He almost got 15 laps. Ashton McCormick finished 2nd. Diego Quintana, here's another one. So he's going to get booted out of Plex at the end of this. So, because he's getting fast too. Like too fast for Plex spec. So he's racing stock buggy. Andrew Thomas got 4th, and he's another kid that has been getting faster and faster with his stuff. Remember, he started out in Plex spec running a Bandit, and then he got a 4-wheel drive buggy, and then his dad got him a 2-wheel drive buggy, so he's got a 2-wheel and a 4-wheel now.
Yeah.
And then Brady Poppenow finished 5th, Lexi Bolin 6th, and Tom Baker was 7th. So that's a good Saturday group of stock buggies. Really good.
Definitely.
And then Mini Truggy. And I worked on Emerson's car finally on a Thursday night, doing the diffs and everything. And finally, it's amazing what a little bit of maintenance can do. Like,
oh yeah, just a little bit,
just a little smidgen. I took the win. Dustin was right there with me, and then he got hosed. I dodged lap traffic a little bit better than he did, and was able to kind of get away. And I was thinking about pulling over and waiting, but I don't do that.
Yeah,
I just don't.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. Ronnie Wint finished third. Diego Quintana was running his Pro 4 truck, and Brady was running his stock truck. So it kind of wasn't really fair in that regard. And that was a race day.
I found my problem. I have a ball stud starting to come out of the rear camber link. That's it. That's the reason. That is definitely why.
So I wanted to talk about Friday, but I can't find it. I gotta teach Trevor how to copy these events. I think it overwritten. I think it's this one, but I'm not sure. So Friday we had 22 entries. Saturday we had 28. So we had what is that? 50? 50 for the weekend? That ain't too bad.
I don't know.
And then I think they did race on road on the 15th, which was
That's good.
2 weeks ago. So yeah, so I don't even know where the Friday went. Anyways, doesn't really matter. So again, really good race. Really appreciate you guys coming out. And
thanks.
Gives us something to talk about. All right, let's get into the comments here, and then we'll wrap her up.
Yeah.
Peter Renault just dropped a $5 Canadian super chat.
Oh man, it's like $40 here.
There's no question yet, but we'll see what he posts. You got our Patreon members, Jason Haley, Peter Renault are on here. I saw Steve was on here, Steve Eichler.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure if Nuthouse is on here or not. John Haas said he got a similar injury from a marshmallow stick. Ouch. Could you imagine getting stuck with one of those?
With a flaming
hot marshmallow stick? Ew.
That'd be the most delicious injury.
Hurt so bad. That'd be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Haley said banning ball diffs would be a tech nightmare. I agree. It wasn't the best idea ever. I was just back then I was trying to think of a way to keep it from getting too serious.
Yeah.
I think Roar had an opportunity to have like a true beginner class, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
If they just grabbed a hold of short course a little bit more and tightened her up just a little bit. Instead, it turned into what it always is, $500 kits and graphite and carbon fiber and
yeah, And I don't know. I mean, that would have been neat if like short course is just your entry level deal. Because like there is no novice beginner class at Aurora Nationals,
Yeah.
like that was like the kind of the everyday man's class.
Yeah.
At one time,
there's arguments to be made that there shouldn't be one at a race like that. Like it's almost because you're limited to entries.
Yeah, and I could see that.
And that race kind of fills up usually fills up. So if you did have a beginner class and let's say there's 15 beginners, you're kind of taking 15 entries away that could have signed up for Mod Buggy.
Sure.
I
could see that because I mean a nationals necessarily isn't for beginners, but it's almost like you have to have like something for the local guy that
Yeah, no doubt.
Just wants to come race at a bigger event and gets intimidated and doesn't want to race Mod Buggy or Stock Buggy at a race like that because honestly they're not going to do very well, you know, and get frustrated and they see, it's like you see what you have to do to go faster. Like you have so you have a local guy, right? And he's racing, he's driving along, woo, no big deal. And, winning club races and not working on his stuff and, whatever. And like he's running at a nationals at his local track, and then he's 2 seconds off the pace, and then you see the match cells and the sweet motor and the car that's always perfect and that stuff, and it burns you out. It's like I gotta compete with that. How am I going to compete with that?
Yeah,
So I don't know. I mean, it's almost like there needs to be like a Roar beginners nationals.
Well, back when it was split, when electric off road was really big and they did a Mod Nats and a stock Nats, you could have at the stock Nats you had 15 and under stock buggy and you had 40 plus stock truck, Masters stock truck, right? To me, that was a way to get a local crowd in that age group to come out and try it, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
And in the mod side, we had 19 turn buggy and 19 turn 4-wheel drive, and it was kind of the same way. It was. I raced 19 turn a couple times because it was fun. It was. You didn't have to race. It was like going to the Reedy race. You didn't have to race the pros who do this stuff for a living. You were racing against who you normally race against on, for the most part. I mean, Jeremy Fellas, 2009, he's your 2009 19 turn champ. I think that was the last year they did 19 turn.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I always remember 19 turn being a riot.
Yeah.
Because I had like the what was that Reedy motor?
The Fury?
19 turn. Huh?
The Fury?
No, it was like a Neo.
I don't remember.
It had like the hex deals on it to change the brushes. It was a good motor.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. Anyways. There's more Roar questions on here, so we'll get back to that. Just ordered a Send Racing 450 for Michael Root. That's pretty cool. That's a cool looking truck. It's good to hook up like a trailer to and drag your crawler around or something. Demonic Wolf 69 says that Skills USA is awesome for kids. My sister agrees. She did Skills USA too. There were video competition categories. Wow. John Haas says Dylan's going to be a freshman the year after Emerson graduates. Here's an actual serious question from Space Dog 504. Have you ever seen a buggy that the wheels start moving by themselves about 9 to 10 minutes into running? It's a Hobbywing XR8 Plus. Do I need to recalibrate it? Actually, I have seen this. My car used to do this with my XR8. And there's a mode. Oh, man, there's a mode in the settings that you have to go and turn off. I can't remember if it's called throttle match or something like that, but you actually have to go and turn that off. And then I also run mine now without the sensor wire, and it runs better. But actually mine did that very same thing, and I can't remember what it's called because I don't have it right in front of me. But maybe tune in Thursday night and ask me that this Thursday, and I'll try to look it up and find it for you. But there's a setting in your in the box for that speed controller that you can shut that off. But I can't remember what it's called. So hit me up on Thursday, and I'll look it up for you. Greg Henry is on here. He says he can ship us all some tires. They got stockpiles of them in Memphis, Tennessee, I assume.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dad Daughter RC says 18 watching and 4 likes. He's like, smash that like button.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah, we got 6 likes now. We've had about 20 people watching tonight. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's the after show. Usually we get around 200 or so views by the end of the week. It ain't too bad.
Yeah.
And it's not monetized, you guys. I didn't monetize our after hours or our podcast, so there's no commercials.
Yeah. No commercials.
Okay, Steve RC says, hello, everybody. Looking forward to round 5. How do the Nats work? Is it a points from regionals?
Oh, yeah, no.
No, it's not. You just sign up. So if we get the nationals, it's in the Roar bylaws that the race has got to be online for registration on the Roar website 90 days prior to the event. And we will actually, if we get the nationals, I will activate our, not activate, but I'll update our Hobbyplex nationals Facebook page, and I will be promoting the race heavily as far as sponsors, handout tires, when the actual racing starts. It's the track's job to get the flyer done, so I'm going to get that done. I would get that done pretty early, and then there'd be a date set for when registration opens up. And as long as you're a up-to-date Roar member, you get to go on there and sign up. So, I'm not part of Roar on any level right now, so I don't know how many other tracks will bid on it. I will have no information at all. They'll just tell me if we get it, and if we don't, that's great. If we do, awesome. Either way, next year will still be fun. We'll do our regular Plex, Hobbyplex Summer Series, and our Pro Tech race is on. I talked to A-Main about door prizes for the Summer Series, and while I was at it, I said, hey, Pro Tech race next year, and they said absolutely. So the spring race is the Pro Tech race. So
nice.
Everybody start branding that. And then if they get the Nats, great. That'll be in the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's right now. There's no regionals. Doesn't really have much anything to do with nationals. It's a logistical nightmare for Roar that's ran by volunteers. That to get that going, right? It would just it's a tough deal to try to do. Everybody wants it, but nobody knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Am I going to Masters of Dirt this year? Nope, I'm not. In fact, now's as good a time as any. Hey, did you know that I started my own company called Talking Fish RC?
I didn't know that, Alex. Tell me about it.
So, Talking Fish RC LLC is my official company name. Basically, I'm putting myself out there for hire for race directing, race announcing. So if you have a race and you don't want to do that part of it, or you want it to be ran efficiently and I don't know, just the way that I run things, you can hire me as long as it doesn't conflict with anything that's going on at the Hobbyplex.
Mm-hmm.
So on the 22nd, I am going to Hutchinson, Kansas, because I've been hired to be the race director for the 30 whatever it is, maybe 40th. I don't know. That race has been going on forever. The Hutchinson Fall Classic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I won't be racing. Just I'm going down there to work. So I'm looking forward to that. That's my first gig as Talking Fish RC.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. So there you go. No Masters of Dirt for me because I'm going to get paid.
Getting paid.
Getting paid.
That'd be cool.
Jason Haley wants to know, can you clarify there is no 40 plus for off-road? Not on a weekly basis. We will have it for the crash in again, but not on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I have to build a carpet car, I think.
Yeah, my Schumacher's sitting on the shelf at the Plex.
I might come out of carpet retirement.
Yeah, I'm racing Mod 2 wheel this year.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes with the Winter Series, because I take that pretty seriously.
Yeah, I got a lot of work to do. I got to get basically as soon as off road's over, and I get the dirt track done. That following weekend, God, I got to take all that stuff down and just go in there and reinforce everything. And then I'm actually going to take apart a couple of those big heavy ones and try to put together some lightweight jumps and stuff. So it's gonna be fast, or it's gonna be not fast. It's gonna be a rough couple weeks there.
Yeah.
Chili Duncan says all the Vanderbeek, all the Vanderbeek boys are fast. Look out in 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah.
Owen and Eli, and then you got Alex kind of leading the charge there. Jason Haley, Schumacher or J Concepts carpet? What's the best for the Plex carpet?
J Concepts.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think those new fuzz bites are going to be.
I'm excited. I'm excited to use the new tires. I haven't used them yet, so from that perspective, it's an unknown for me. But full disclosure, I mean, you and I are both sponsored by J Concepts, and I always try when I'm in the store. I always try to be neutral. You know, the Schumacher pre-mounts, they're good for the average Joe who wants a long-lasting tire and wants one and tires to hook up. The Schumacher cactuses are really good.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, we haven't been able to use the new J Concepts tires yet. At least I haven't, because we haven't ran carpet since December.
Yeah.
So, Hosick has been grinding with his mod 2-wheel drive. Yes, he has. He's been getting faster for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He used to run mod all the time with us. It was Derek, me, Dustin, Will, Brian Valles. That was the local group before. Like Dustin took a break to do drones, and then he's back, and he's been doing really good in mod. Now stock, and now he's back in mod.
Mm-hmm.
Jason says he thinks regionals is good for beginners. I agree. Peter Renault went to go see the Tigers Blue Jays and at Toronto yesterday and saw Cabrera's 500th home run.
That's pretty cool.
They still won't let Canadians drive over. I missed the Squeeze concert. Yeah. I don't think it's going to get any better. Around this time last year is when we had that second or third wave spike of COVID cases. I think it's just going to happen again.
Yeah, I think so too. If it hasn't already happened.
And then I think that'll go down, and then there'll be another one. And if you look at go back, everybody do themselves a favor. Go back and look on Google at the Spanish flu and how long it took for that to actually go away.
Mm-hmm.
It took a long time. It took like 5 or 6 years, and there were the big spikes at the beginning, and then there was these little spikes the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still dealing with that strain to this day. That's when we get our flu shots every year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that is to combat one of those strains of that flu. It's amazing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
Yeah. Speaking of COVID relatedness, I think this is kind of COVID related. So, like, you know how every time we go out to eat, there's like nobody working?
Yeah.
Like nobody's working right now.
Except at Arby's. Arby's was fully staffed today.
Really? That's cool. So my morning ritual before I go to the track every Saturday or whatever day it is before I go to the track, I always go to Wendy's and get Wendy's breakfast. It used to be Burger King, but the Burger King that's over by my house sucks. I mean, it's terrible. It's the worst Burger King in the world. Worse than the one down the street from the Plex. Anyway, so I go to Wendy's. I'm sitting in the drive-thru, and I noticed, like, I'm looking. It says, like, because one of my favorite things to do is, like, I get there at like 10:20, and I pull up because they don't serve breakfast after 10:30, and my favorite, I get there from like 10:15 to 10:20, and I come flying into the drive-thru, and I stop really fast. And I try to like bark my tires so they hear it on the monitor.
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh my God, you guys still have breakfast?" That's like that's like my favorite. It's like my favorite joke to myself. Like, and then they say, "Yeah, we still have breakfast." I go, "Oh, thank God!" And so I do that every Saturday morning. So anyway, so this like I get ready to do that, and like while I'm pulling up, like I noticed the menu's not flipped over; it's still on like lunch or dinner or whatever, like regular food. And I'm like, "Huh, that's weird." So I just roll up to the drive-through kiosk or the screen. And I'm sitting there waiting, minding my own business, and like, nothing's happening. Like, well, that's weird. So I pull forward, I go around the building, I look in the window, and I notice there's some guy walking back and forth. Like, oh, I don't know. So I look in the drive-thru. I come back around. I look in the drive-thru again, and there's a line of cars. I'm like, oh, well, son of a, like of course, like there's nobody there, and now there's a whole bunch of people there. Now I'm gonna miss breakfast for real.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching him, and the car pulls forward and pulls around. I'm like, oh, well, maybe they're just like, I don't know. The guy didn't hear the buzzer. I don't know. So I get back. I get up to there, and another guy pulls around. I'm like, oh, okay, they're getting him through. And I stop and I wait again, and nothing. I'm like, huh. So I call like from my car. I call the Wendy's that I'm in the drive-thru at, and ring ring, call, and the guy answers and he says, "Hello, Wendy's." And I go, "Is this the Wendy's downtown?" And he's like, "Yes." I go, "Oh, are you guys open?" He's like, "No, nobody showed up to work today, and I'm trying to get everything ready. So hopefully, at 10:30 or 11 o'clock, I have somebody come in to help me, and we can start making sandwiches for you guys. But right now, everybody's called in sick or quit, and I don't have anybody helping me. I'm here by myself. I'm like, oh, dude, thanks for being such a trooper. I mean, I appreciate it. Like, dude, like manning the Wendy's by yourself. That's pretty admirable.
Yeah.
So I was like, take care, dude. Have a good day, please. And he's like, I will try. And he hung up on
somebody. Give that guy a raise.
Yeah, give like something free Frosty. I don't know, something. Yeah. Could you imagine the guy that owns that? He's like, hey, I heard you were working by yourself on Saturday. Here's a coupon for free large Frosty on Dave. You know? That'd be the biggest. That'd be so bad. Oh my god.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. Somebody said free Frosties for life.
Yeah. I haven't had Frosty in a long time, man. I like a Frosty, but their breakfast isn't too terrible for you. So
I've never gotten a Wendy's breakfast. I'm a Taco Bell breakfast guy.
Taco Bell breakfast is pretty high quality, but dude, you gotta treat yourself. Yeah. You gotta have that Wendy's breakfast.
I'm never up that early.
The potatoes are bad to the bone. Man,
I'm never up that early.
You're missing out. They're real potatoes. You can tell by the way they are, and like they're like thin. It's like the whole length of the potato, and then they like cut it in half, fry it, season that bad boy just a little bit. Like, yeah, Wendy's breakfast is really good. I think real egg. You can tell it's a real egg by the way it is. It's got the yolk. You know, it's a real egg.
Are you going to go to the Nitro Circus event on Thursday at Werner Park? Nope. Didn't even know about it. Space Dog on here saying thanks, so he must have gotten my thing about Thursday. I'll look into it and try to remember what it was. John, Alex, do you need any help with the tracks? Do you need any help with the track tomorrow? If not, I'll probably do some trash duty sometime this week. Yeah, probably. So tonight, as soon as we're done here, I'm going straight to the track. I'm going to move a bunch of dirt, basically until I get tired. I'm going to go home, take a shower, wake up tomorrow, come to the track, try to rake it all in, try to get it all tamped, and try to possibly have it ready by tomorrow night if anybody wants to run on it, but definitely by Wednesday. So I don't think what I'm going to do is going to take that long, so it should be okay. Yeah. It's just the tamping. You got to tamp it like 4 times to get it right, and that's what takes so long. So
yeah.
Okay, we're almost done. Peter Renault, B6T6 slipper question. Should the front end lift off the ground the same height regardless of weight and tires?
Yeah, you want to set, like on my 2-wheel buggy on dirt, and really for carpet too, because I think he's a carpet guy, right?
I think he's been running on outdoor too.
Outdoor?
Yeah.
I pretty much set my slippers so the front end, like the suspension unloads, but the tires don't come off the ground. Like that's how I run my slipper.
In mod though, because you can't modify it. It won't do that in stock.
Yeah.
There's no stock motors that can lift your car up. They freeze up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in mod, definitely that's the way to do it. So yeah, if your car weighs more than another car, you should still raise up the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say?
So if you've got a car that weighs 60 grams more than the other car, they both should still be able to raise up the same amount.
Yeah, you want to set it so it's the same.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, that's it. The rest of this is Wendy's talk.
Man, you think Wendy's will give me free food?
No.
No. If anybody is affiliated with the Wendy's, tell them that they owe me a free food.
If anybody's affiliated with Mountain Dew Kickstart, yours truly would love to have a whole bunch of them for plugging Mountain Dew Kickstart constantly on this show.
Yeah, except for this episode.
Yeah, I didn't have. I already drank mine.
Just did.
I already drank mine.
Yeah.
Earlier today.
I'm drinking LaCroix. This is black raspberry. The Raz is bigger in the
LaCroix
in the can. Raspberry. So what I'm having.
Okay, one more. Cole said, Cole Webb, I should run no camber on my two-wheel drive, right?
-1.
Yeah, I was going to say you want -1 at least.
Yeah, -1.
I always run -1 to -2 in the front, but I almost always run -1 in the back.
I always run -1 all the way around.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. We better go. We're working on an hour and a half, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice talking to you. It's been 2 weeks. It was weird not doing it last week.
Yeah, we saw you. I saw you on Saturday.
Yeah.
We talked.
I kind of been slacking on the.
That doesn't count.
I kind of been slacking on the YouTube as well. I haven't really put up any new videos lately, but I got some stuff in the works, so hang in there. I've lost like 3 subscribers this week. I saw.
Oh, that's nice.
We're at
Maybe they just canceled their account.
We're at 2,970, and so we're 30 away from having 3,000 subscribers. I think that's pretty awesome.
Man, if I could subscribe again, I would.
Yeah, no kidding. As always, this show brought to you by Pivot Lending Group. You can find them at pivotlending.com, and make sure you mention our show to either Don Zoller or Aiden Olson's dad, and you can get yourself $500 lender credit or 0.125 off of your interest rate if you get a home loan or refinance. And I think that's it.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, see you guys.
Yeah, Wendy's give me free food.